Do you ever look around and feel confused by the world and your place in it? There's always so much happening, and how come some people seem like they have it all figured out? Many are good at pretending, but there are definitely those who have tapped into something deeper, something profound that deserves attention, and secrets often lie where most don't dare to look.
So when we feel lost, adrift in the wind, without any sort of anything to hold on to in life, everything just seems so fleeting, but what do? How do we find fulfillment? Well, it starts with this process of individuation Carl Jung talked about. You know, this process of integrating yourself, all your parts fully to become a full, whole, archetypal human, you know. And it begins by confronting the mask you portray when you're talking to your coworkers, you know. It's, it has a time and place, but it's about you recognizing that that's not the real you. It's just a persona. So just don't get that confused. The second thing is, and this is a very vital part for individuation, you have to integrate your shadow. And what do I mean by this? So the shadow in your psyche is all the repressed, emotions you've put aside, you don't even want to feel, you're just somewhat deep in the mind, they're there, but they're still part of you. And if you don't pay attention to them, they might, bubble up, because energy it can't go anywhere. It has to manifest somehow. And it can be damaging if you don't look at the shadow, if you don't investigate what it is, where it came from, like why do you feel certain things? Because all feelings have an origin. So really the process of integrating the shadow is allowing yourself to feel that anger. It doesn't mean you have to lash out, just feel it inside of yourself. Just allow yourself to feel, and then see what you can learn from it. What is the emotion telling you? Like, why are you feeling that way? And once you can feel it and learn from it, that's when it becomes integrated, part of you. The next step is encountering the anima and animus. Anima is the feminine archetypal part of the male psyche, and animus is the male archetypal part of the female brain. Because we all have feminine and masculine traits. And the way you can learn more about yours is to look at the father figure you grew up with for your masculine side and female for your feminine side. Because the growing up years create the foundation for your psyche, and it can obviously change throughout your life, but the main foundation is made when you grow up. So you can learn a lot by looking at the traits your parents had when you grew up, or whoever raised you as a father figure or mother figure. So basically, you can learn more about yourself, become more integrated by looking at that. And then finally, after all those steps, you will have the emergence of self, like a fully integrated person. That's the final stage of individuation. You become individualized fully into who you're meant to be, should I say, without any parts of you that are sort of conflicting, a whole individual, you could say. But after you've become whole, what comes next? It's not like this is the final step for fulfillment. You might still be whole, but still be lost, like I'm whole for what, right? So I think the natural step is ikigai. And ikigai is a Japanese philosophy of doing what you love, doing what you're good at, doing what the world needs, and ultimately doing what you can get paid for. You know, if you have all these four, because most people have like 2, maybe 3 of these, but like if you have all 4 of them, that's gonna contribute a lot to fulfillment in life. And this can be tricky, you know, to nail down all 4. But I think if we can focus on getting all 4 in our lives, it would just add so much fulfillment. Like, to actually love what you do. And for that to be something people need. And I think naturally, you just become good at something if you really love doing it. I think that's like a very natural consequence. And then I think if you stick with it long enough, I think no matter what it is, you'll just become so good at it that people will be willing to either pay from their goodness of their hearts or actually want to buy some services, whatever that might be. So I think the most important part here is to just focus on what you love. If you do it enough, and I mean, it hasn't worked out for everyone. If you look at history, it's like a lot of famous painters, they were really broke. You know, I can't even say they found their ikigai. So it is tricky for sure. I'm not saying this is easy. But I think if we have it in mind, it can help a lot. So yeah, I get paid from YouTube a little bit, but I mean it's really on me that I haven't been that active. So it's like you only have yourself to blame. And ultimately, after ikigai, the final step is self-transcendence. You know, you've gone within so deep that you automatically externalize yourself to the rest of reality. And, you know, don't get this confused. The collapse of self does not mean losing your individuality. Quite the contrary. It just means losing the illusion of separateness. That's what it means to transcend the self. It's transcending the the illusion that you're separate from the rest of reality. Because really, there's nothing that separates anyone from anything. Because when you feel the wind, when you look at the trees, when you meditate and stay mindful enough, you get in touch with the rest of reality, and you realize that, well, I wouldn't be who I am without these clouds in the sky, without the blue sky itself. You know, everything about reality informs and shapes the way I am. Everything is just so interlinked. And once you see this, the ego dissolves completely. And it's not terrifying in any way. It's the most liberating feeling you can have, I think. Because you're not bound to any sort of definition. You're just reality itself. The universe experiencing itself, as people say. Because if it weren't for us individuals, or other animals for that matter, there would be no one to see the fields, no one to touch these sunflowers. Have you ever felt a sunflower? They're kind of interesting. There's a lot of bees on them too. It was kind of fun to touch. Bad, good sunflower. Anyway. Yeah, transcending the self. This is the final step. After this, you can just enjoy life. I mean, it's interesting that we sort of have to do this in the first place, because this feeling very much feels like a return to this childlike innocence and awe of the world, this presence a child has before the social conditioning. It's like we go like full circle back to original experience, true reality. This is what it means to be alive. A self-transcendent, individualized individual who embraces ikigai. I might work on that definition, but after you've completed that, you should absolutely feel more fulfilled and ready to just go out there wherever you are and just enjoy life. For it's always here. But most of us miss it. Most of us, it's like we forget. It's like we forget reality's here. But guess what? You are alive. If you're watching this, you are alive and breathing, and you can feel free to go out there and follow your passions, enjoy life, and just be happy, because reality and nature is just wonderful. I hope more people can see this. Anyway. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you around.